So let's just address right now in the very beginning of this video, before I even say hello to you guys, that I don't think I match at all. Just so you guys are aware that I am well aware that I'm 90% sure this does not go together. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to stick things to your face safely. Kind of. And when I say kind of, I mean because I have a reaction to like every adhesive possible, so it's never safe for me. So first things first in this video, I would like to go over what is called a patch test. This is for people who have never applied adhesives, in this case, to their skin, and they want to know if they're going to have a reaction to it. I should probably also let you guys know that patch testing is not just for adhesives like they do it in cosmetology, which is actually where I originally learned how to patch test, was a patch test for hair colors. Because you can be allergic to anything! So the way that we're going to do patch testing is you can take a little bit of the product, in this case it's adhesive, and you can apply it to the inside of your wrist or behind your ear. Now if you want to do like a really quick, I don't have time for this, but I really should because I'm just taking the quick route, you can leave it on for 10 minutes to 30 minutes. But that does not mean that somebody's not gonna have a reaction like hours later. For me, when I'm using adhesives, it seems like it takes like an hour to 3 hours before I actually end up getting like, it's like, it gets kind of almost like a burn is like the best way I could describe it whenever I apply adhesives to my face. Ugh. It starts to look kind of welted, red, it's not pretty, it's like, it's not fun. So ideally, when doing a patch test, whether it's on yourself or somebody else, you're going to want to leave it on for 24 hours. On to adhesives. I'm sure you're very excited to learn about adhesives now that I was telling you about allergic reactions. Great! So good evening. In this video, I'm going to be going over adhesives that I am familiar with, that I have personally used. The first adhesive I'm going to be going over is very simply eyelash glue. Oh my god, I already know about eyelash. There might be things you don't know. Majority of eyelash glues contain latex, which there are people in the world who are allergic to latex. On the flip side, they do sell latex-free eyelash glue, but just be aware of the one that you do get. If you happen to use a latex product and you have an allergy, you may swell your eyeball shut. Now, while obviously eyelash glue is meant to adhere false lashes on your face, you can also use eyelash glue to pop on small things like rhinestones. That's about the extent of what I can think of right now. Anything that's really light, it should be able to stick. To apply eyelash glue, you're going to want to put it on whatever you're applying the eyelash glue to, and then I would say wait maybe like 30 seconds before popping it on. Then it'll stick right away. Letting your eyelash glue dry just a little bit really helps for it to just be like, pop. We then have spirit gum, which I would say is probably like the most popular adhesive on the internet, other than eyelash glue. I almost just spilled it all over myself. That would have been a nightmare. Around Halloween time, this is definitely one of the most popular adhesives because you can go right to the Halloween store and pretty much pick it up anywhere. You can use it to apply like prosthetics from the Halloween store. If you're just using it for Halloween, you can use it for applying rhinestones. You can use it for laying down hair, beards, any hair you want to add. And just for future reference, spirit gum is flammable. To apply spirit gum, you're going to want to take a sponge or whatever you're going to be applying it with, dab it on, and then tap the spirit gum. The more you tap the spirit gum, you will feel it starts to get significantly more tacky. Once it's nice and sticky, you can stick on whatever you're going to be sticking on, and it's on. P.S. All that yellow on my hand is not spirit gum on the side. I slammed my hand in a car door. Go Lex. This type of adhesive, when you tap it, it actually makes the spirit gum more tacky, meaning it will be better. And just in case you forget about tapping your spirit gum or you forget which one is to be tapped, it says it right on the bottle under the directions saying to tap spirit gum lightly with fingertip for a few seconds until the spirit gum becomes tacky. When I first used spirit gum, I didn't do this. And because I didn't do this and I just applied the spirit gum and then wanted to just put on my eyeball, it fell off. And if you're not looking for spirit gum around Halloween time, you can also find spirit gum online or at some, I think most costume shops actually probably sell it. Spirit gum requires some sort of remover. Wow, it really sounds like Lex has a story, but I do have a story about it. My very first set when I was younger, and the makeup artist that I was interning underneath, she had to apply something to an actor and she decided to use spirit gum. Okay. But really long story short, she did not have a remover for it, and I was like, don't you need a remover for spirit gum? And she's like, oh, I can get it off with whatever. And I was like, okay. Unfortunately, it needs remover. And instead, the actor just decided to rip it off and take his eyebrow with it. Yeah. please get remover with spirit gum. Although accidents do happen, just be knowledgeable of the product, so if accidents do happen, you know how to reverse said accidents. Which in this case, I guess if a remover would have been bought, the accident could have kind of been reversed or actually prevented. So even if you've been in a profession for many years, you're still always going to be learning. Don't ever shut yourself out for learning something new, because you're just holding yourself back, really. The final adhesive I'm going to talk about is Pros-Aide, also known as prosthetic adhesive. And to be exact, it is a medical grade water-based adhesive that is safe for the skin. Pros-Aide is waterproof, but eventually will break down with sweat. Like, eventually. This type of adhesive, which you probably could find in a costume shop, I guess it depends on the costume shop around you, but I order mine offline, actually gives me a lot less of a reaction than spirit gum does. Still a reaction, not as bad. Like, actually thinking back to it, not nearly as bad. But that doesn't mean that you're going to have a reaction though. This video should just be like titled like, Lex talks about allergic reactions for 10 minutes. Anyways, Pros-Aide, which I'm sure you guessed by now, is used to adhere prosthetics. And when mixed with acrylic paint, that's how you form PEX paint, which can be used on foam latex. If you're a professional effects makeup artist, chances are you have Pros-Aide. Unlike spirit gum, this is the adhesive that does not require tapping. Pros-Aide at first looks white, and to apply it, once again, you could just apply it with whatever. Once it turns clear, which should not be long at all, you could just stick on whatever you were wanting to stick on, and it is on. Pros-Aide, I forgot to film this clip and I'm doing it like right after I was about to be done, also requires a remover. All of which, chances are the place you're buying the adhesive from more than likely also sells the remover. That'd be really stupid if they didn't, to be honest. There are other adhesives out there like Alexys, which is a silicone adhesive, but that's not something that I personally use like on a day-to-day basis, or really generally like ever. So I'm not gonna talk about Alexys as much because it's not a product I use, so. The facts that I know about Alexys silicone adhesive are just that it's sweat resistant, water resistant, it's pretty freaking strong, and that it can be used to adhere silicone prosthetics to the skin. Be sure to check out all the other videos in this series, which right now as I'm making this, there's only 2, but there's gonna be multiple, of just generally going over product knowledge so you don't hurt yourself or somebody else. Also, please be sure to check the description because in some of these videos I might be adding some fact sheets that I'm finding online about the product. Also, let me know in the comments below what you guys want to know more information about as far as makeup and etc. and what you'd like to have more information about, at least to the most of my knowledge, before Halloween. And of course, also please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you have anybody that would gain information out of this video, please be sure to share it with a friend. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave a comment below.